Hello, it's Jane Madej, and welcome to the YouTube Doodle Bliss channel. Today we're going to talk about shading and highlighting. I've drawn these peppers in my journal, and I am going to use Faber-Castell Pitt brush markers, and I also have a set of watercolors here. These are Mission Gold watercolors. And I have, for the highlights, I like to use, this product is called Dr. Martens Bleed Proof White, but you could also use like a paint marker. This is a Art Journal acrylograph white paint marker. You could use that for highlights too. I just prefer using a brush right now. So the first thing we are going to do is I like to color the base color in of my drawings with the marker. Sometimes I shade with marker and sometimes I shade with a brush. It just depends on what I'm doing, on if I want it to look more graphic, I would use markers, or if I want it to look a little bit more real, then I would use watercolor for the shading. So that's got the peppers. I like using markers for the base color because it's just a really quick and clean way of getting your base colors all filled in before you add the details on the top. So here we go. This is my first video of 2024. Today is New Year's Day, and one of my goals and resolutions for this year is I want to do a lot more YouTube videos. So let's see if I can keep to that goal. Last year my goal was to do a page in my journal every single day and post it on Instagram, and I did it. I journaled every day, and it became such an important part of my day that I am still doing it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the shading. Now shading and highlighting are really important if you want your objects to look at all like they have depth or roundness. So I've got here, let's do the shading on the peppers. And what you want to do, you want to decide where your light source is coming from. And so my light source is coming from this side. So my highlights are going to be on this side of the peppers. And now we will do a little bit of shading on the leaves. So let's do that. And we'll do this on a leaf. Where the veins are, the leaf goes in a little bit. And so I do that, and then just kind of blend it out with some clean water on your brush. You can use these techniques in coloring books too. You don't have to do it just in a journal. And so we'll just build that up a little bit more. I am working in an Art Journal square journal right now. If you want to use paint, you need to have paper that is at least 160 GSM. GSM is the weight of the paper. It's the weight of a ream of paper. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is get out the bleed proof white and add the highlights. So here we go. I think a highlight is really important for making an object pop off the page, making it really stand out and look bright. And you can do it either as a solid line, or you can blend the highlight out a little bit like that, just with clean water on your brush. Let's blend it a little bit on the peppers as well, because I actually let that line get a bit thicker than I wanted. So we'll just blend that out. Here we go. Blend it on this side. And I think we'll just add a little highlight up here on this leaf, and then we will be done. You can probably hear my dog in the background shaking himself and pacing around. He gets restless when I do videos. He doesn't know who I'm talking to, and he can't understand it, his poor little brain. So, I'm going to just add a little bit more green there, blend it out. There you have it. That shows you how you can make an object look nice and bright and cheerful on the journal page. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me again next time on Doodle Bliss. Thanks a lot.